So today, boys and girls, we're going to be working from our math books. We're working lesson 1.5. So students are going to be able to show and count up to 5 objects. And we're going to get ready to watch today's lesson. So let me share that with you now. Here we go.
How can you show and count 5 objects?
Hi there. Can you help me look for stones in the barn? Do you see them? I don't want them to get stuck in the horse's feet. When you find a stone, click it to put it in the 5 frame. Great work! Now let's see how many stones you found. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 stones. But I see one more stone. How many stones are there in all? Let's find out.
Carlos has some lemons. Let's use counters to find out how many lemons Carlos has. Click the counters to move 1 to each lemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great! You've counted all of the lemons. Now, let's count the lemons in a different way. Let's use a 5 frame to count them. Click the counters to put them in the 5 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job! You've filled the 5 frame with counters. When a 5 frame is full, it means you have a group of 5. Let's practice counting with a 5 frame. Click each balloon to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job! How many balloons did you count? You filled the 5 frame with 5 balloons.
So always remember, boys and girls, whenever we're using the 5 frame, start with the very first box. That's where we always start filling in our 5 frame, from the very first box. Okay? All right, we're going to go back to our presentation. Actually, somebody's coming in right now. Let's wait till they jump on and then we can continue. All right, so Miss Kasia is going to get your math books ready. I'm going to show you the pages that we're working on today on my screen, and you're going to follow along with me, boys and girls. If for some reason you're not up to what Miss Kasia is doing, just take your time. Remember, don't rush, but I am moving along so that way I make sure that you know what you have to do for your math assignment tonight, okay? So I'm going to share my screen with you now. We're working on page, what page is this? 37. So if you have your math books in front of you, open up to page 37 and then you can follow along with me and do the work as I do it along as well. So on page 37, we have some oranges. So our job is to count and label these oranges, and then we have to fill in the 5 frame. So I'm going to start labeling the oranges first, and the way we label is we use numbers. So I'm going to write numbers on the oranges to show how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Miss Kasia stopped at the number 5 because I counted 5 oranges. So now I'm going to fill in the 5 frame to show that we have 5 oranges. So I'm always going to start in the first box of the 5 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So for the 5 oranges that Ms. Castro counted, I showed in the 5 frame that we have 5 oranges. So I drew the circles in the 5 frame and I labeled them with the numbers to show that we have 5. Okay, I'll give you boys and girls a few moments and then we're going to continue. All right, next page. This time, they would like for us to count and label these yellow lemons. Then we have to trace the number, and then we have to fill in the 5 frame. So first, I'm going to label and count the yellow lemons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I stopped at 5 because I counted 5 yellow lemons. So now I have to trace the number 5 and I have to fill in the 5 frame. The way we trace the number 5 is we're going to start at the blue dot. You're going to go down, around, give them a belly, go back to that blue dot, and then go across and give them a hat. And we just formed the number 5. And now we have to fill in the 5 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I filled in the 5 frame with 5 circles and I labeled them with the numbers because that shows that we have 5 lemons. All right, we're going to move on to the next problem, which is right on the bottom.
You was going too fast, and I can't copy what he just did.
Gracie Money, just take your time. Like I said, I have to move along because class time is almost finished, and I cannot keep you boys and girls on that long. So just keep taking your time, finish what you can. Whatever you don't finish with Ms. Castro, remember you can finish on your own time, okay? Andrew, I saw you raise your hand. Did you want to say something, sweetie? You got to unmute yourself, Andrew, because I cannot hear you.
For Halloween.
What did you say?
I said I'm going to be saying Elf for Halloween.
Okay, let's save Halloween talk for later. Right now, we're focused on math now, okay? We're going to continue on to the bottom part of the math page with the green lines. Those are green lines now. So we're going to count and label the green lines. Then we're going to trace the number, and we have to fill in the 5 frame to show how many green lines we have. Okay, we're going to label with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to stop at the number 5 because I see we have 5 green lines. So now I'm going to trace the number 5 and I'm going to fill in the 5 frame to show that I have 5 green lines. To form the number 5, start at the blue dot, go down, around, and then go back to the blue dot and go across. Now I'm going to fill in the 5 frame with 5 circles. That's 1, 2, 3, I'll give you boys and girls 1 minute, and then we're gonna continue on to the next page. Gracie, Mani, did you do it? Put the book down, sweetie, and get the work done. This is your time to do the work. All right, next page. We're gonna go where the green leaf is with the number 3. Now, boys and girls, for this part, I have to read to you the instructions that are on the bottom of the page. You won't know what to illustrate if I do not read to you the instructions. So when it comes time for doing your Google Classroom assignment for math, please make sure somebody helps you by reading the instructions. That's very important. So down at the bottom, it says that we have to show the number 5. So we're gonna draw 5 circles, we're gonna label them with the numbers, and then we're gonna write the number on the line. So we're gonna show 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm gonna write the number 5 on the line. Give me 1 minute, boys and girls. The phone's ringing. I'll be right back. Okay. That's on. It's okay, don't worry. Tell her I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'm just finishing teaching live, and I'll be there in 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay, next problem, boys and girls. We're gonna go to the blue flower with the number 4. The directions at the bottom say we're gonna show the number 4. So we're gonna draw 4 circles this time, and we're gonna write the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna write the number 4. I did not fill in the 5 frame, boys and girls, because it did not ask for 5. It asked for the number 4. So that's why it's really important, boys and girls, that an adult helps you read the instructions at the bottom of the page, so that way you know what to do for your work. Okay, I know our time is up, but I'm gonna continue finishing up the rest of the page. If you don't get a chance to finish it with me, you have the whole day to work on this on your own, okay? The butterfly, that's purple with the number 5, they want us to show 5. So now we're gonna illustrate 5 circles. We're gonna label those 5 circles, and we're gonna write the number 5 on the line, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we write the number 5 on the line. Okay, one last problem at the bottom of the page. We're gonna go to the acorn that's brown with the number 6 in it. This time they only want us to show 3. So for the last problem on the bottom page, boys and girls, we're gonna show the number 3 by illustrating the 3 circles, labeling them, and writing the number 3 on the line. So here we go. 1,
Teacher.
2, 3. Okay? And we're gonna stop there. As as you're finishing that up, boys and girls, I'm going to show you what your Google Classroom assignment is today. Scarlett, do you have your hand up? Did you want to ask something? Go ahead.
I like your hair.
Thank you, Scarlett. That's very sweet of you. Okay, we're going to finish up with math now. So let me show you what your Google Classroom assignment is. Okay, I'm going to share my screen to show you our Google Classroom. Again, if your attendance has not been done, please make sure it gets done immediately so that way I can submit the attendance to the office. Today, for math, it's lesson 1.5. Most of you have the math books, so you're going to work on pages 41 and 42. If for some reason you do not have the math book, you will work on page 1-31 and 1-32. Or if you have the math book and you want extra practice, feel free to do these extra pages as well, okay? So that's the math assignment for today. And then I will be sure to put up the lesson of our live video here on slide 3. And then that's it for today, boys and girls. So you did a great job. I know that this is the first time we're working in our math books, and you guys are doing really great at keeping up with doing the work. So I'm very, very proud of you all.